Lecture 1.1. Defining Quality in Healthcare. Good morning everyone, and welcome to our first lecture on quality management in healthcare. Today, we'll lay the groundwork for understanding what quality truly means in the complex and critical environment of healthcare. Let's start by considering quality in a general sense. When you think of a quality product or service, whether it's a well-engineered car, a reliable smartphone, or a satisfying dining experience, what comes to mind? Often, it's something that meets or exceeds expectations. It does what it's supposed to do, and perhaps even more. Is reliable and consistent. It performs the same way every time. Is fit for purpose. It serves its intended function effectively. Provides value. The benefits outweigh the costs. Is free from defects or errors. It doesn't cause problems or harm. In essence, quality is about conformance to requirements and meeting customer needs. However, healthcare is not like manufacturing a car or providing a meal. It's inherently more complex, involving human lives, variable biological responses, highly skilled professionals, and emotionally charged interactions. Therefore, our definition of quality in healthcare needs to be far more nuanced. One of the most foundational and enduring frameworks for understanding healthcare quality was developed by Dr. Avidas Donabedian. He proposed that healthcare quality can be assessed through three interrelated dimensions: structure, process, and outcome. Structure. This refers to the attributes of the settings in which care occurs. It includes the resources, organizational characteristics, and systems available to provide care. Examples: physical facilities, cleanliness, layout, availability of specific departments, e.g., ICU, OT. Equipment, availability of MRI, CT scans, ventilators, modern surgical instruments. Staff qualifications and numbers, nurse-to-patient ratios, board-certified physicians, trained paramedical staff. Good structure creates the potential for good quality care. You can't perform complex surgeries without an operating theater or experienced surgeons. Process. This refers to the series of actions, events, and activities that take place between providers and patients. It's about how care is delivered. Examples: diagnosis and treatment protocols, adherence to evidence-based guidelines for managing specific conditions, e.g., protocols for managing myocardial infarction. Communication. How well doctors communicate with patients, how nurses hand over information. Coordination of care, seamless transitions between departments, clear referral pathways. Good processes are essential because they directly influence the effectiveness and safety of care delivery. Even with excellent structure, poor processes can lead to errors or suboptimal outcomes. Outcome. This refers to the effects of healthcare on the health status of patients and populations. It's about what happens as a result of the care provided. Examples: patient mortality and morbidity rates, hospital-acquired infections, readmission rates, complications after surgery. Patient functional status, improvement in mobility, reduction in pain. Patient satisfaction, how patients perceive their care experience. Quality of life, overall well-being post-treatment. Health status of a community, immunization rates, control of chronic diseases. Ultimately, outcomes are what patients care about most. They reflect the effectiveness of both structure and process. However, outcomes can be influenced by many factors outside the healthcare system, e.g., patients' social determinants of health, making direct attribution challenging. While Donabedian's framework is fundamental, the Institute of Medicine, now the National Academy of Medicine, in the U.S. further expanded on the characteristics of high-quality healthcare. These characteristics are widely accepted globally and provide a more actionable definition. Safety. Care should avoid injuries to patients from the care that is intended to help them. This is paramount. We should do no harm. Effectiveness. Care should be based on scientific knowledge and provide services to those who could benefit, and refrain from providing services to those not likely to benefit, avoiding underuse and overuse. Patient-centeredness. Care should be respectful of and responsive to individual patient preferences, needs, and values, ensuring that patient values guide all clinical decisions. This includes dignity, compassion, and shared decision-making. Timeliness. Care should reduce waits and harmful delays for both those who receive care and those who give care. Efficiency. Care should avoid waste, including waste of equipment, supplies, ideas, and energy. It means getting the most value out of resources. Equity. Care should provide care that does not vary in quality because of personal characteristics such as gender, ethnicity, geographic location, and socioeconomic status. Everyone deserves the same standard of care. When we talk about quality in healthcare, we are striving for care that embodies all these characteristics simultaneously. Why is quality management not just a good idea, but an absolute necessity in today's healthcare environment, particularly here in India? Elevated patient expectations. Patients are more informed, empowered, and discerning than ever before. With greater access to information, they expect safe, effective, and patient-centered care. Growing regulatory demands and accreditation. Governments and regulatory bodies, like the National Medical Commission, state health departments, are increasingly focused on patient safety and quality. Accreditation bodies like NABH, National Accreditation Board for Hospitals and Healthcare Providers, and JCI, Joint Commission International, set rigorous standards that hospitals must meet to be recognized for their quality. This is no longer optional, it's becoming a prerequisite for many healthcare organizations, influencing funding, insurance empanelment, and public trust. Rising healthcare costs. Healthcare costs are escalating globally and in India. Poor quality care, through medical errors, readmissions due to complications, inefficient processes, or unnecessary procedures, contribute significantly to this burden. Effective quality management helps reduce waste, optimize resource utilization, and improve outcomes, leading to more sustainable healthcare delivery. Competitive environment. The healthcare market is increasingly competitive. Hospitals that consistently deliver high-quality, safe, and patient-centered care gain a competitive advantage, attract more patients, and retain skilled staff. Quality becomes a key differentiator. Ethical and professional obligation. At its core, quality management aligns with the ethical imperative of healthcare professionals to do no harm and to provide the best possible care to their patients. It reinforces professionalism and accountability, improved clinical outcomes. Ultimately, the primary goal of quality management is to improve the health and well-being of patients. By systematically identifying and addressing areas for improvement, we can reduce mortality, morbidity, complications, and enhance the overall recovery and quality of life for patients. In conclusion, understanding and actively managing quality in healthcare is not merely a theoretical exercise. It is a critical strategic imperative for every healthcare organization. It impacts patient lives, financial sustainability, regulatory compliance, and organizational reputation. In the coming lectures, we will delve deeper into the methodologies and tools that enable us to achieve and sustain high-quality care. Thank you.